Hi everyone, it's Akansha Timri, the founder and editor-in-chief of Tech Funding News, and we are today in this beautiful mansion house building covering the Antler conference about European founders. And today we have another very interesting female founder, which is Ingrid Sem. She's the co-founder of Shapemaker. How are you doing, Ingrid?
I'm fine, thank you, and thanks for having me.
Thanks for taking out time for us. And how are you enjoying the conference at Antlers? Is this your first time?
It's my first time here and I'm really enjoying it. It's been very inspirational to meet other founders.
Did you meet someone interesting so far?
Many interesting founders, but also it's interesting to get to know other areas better.
That's lovely. And you're from Norway, right?
Yes, I'm from Oslo, Norway.
Lovely, it's a beautiful country. And I would love to know more about your background and your co-founders, your idea of Shapemaker. How did you end up founding a startup?
Yes, so Shapemaker was founded in 2021. The idea comes from my two co-founders. They had been traveling all around the world doing structural engineering of telecom infrastructure. They had seen that the process was very time-consuming, very manual, error-prone, and also that towercos and telecom companies all around the world have a huge backlog of rollout and upgrades. So they had the idea to automate the process, but we're looking for a more commercial co-founder. So they joined the Antler program, and that's where I met them during fall 2021.
So what was your journey till meeting them and joining the Antler program? What were you doing before that?
My background is within business and economics. So after doing my master's in Madrid, I returned to Oslo, where I was a consultant at EY and also working with e-mobility in Circle K. So I was part of the corporate world and quite happy there, but it started to annoy me that I didn't do what I really wanted to do, which was building a company. But I wasn't part of a network or an ecosystem where that was easy to do. And then I heard that Antler was launching their first cohort in Norway. And actually I got a spot in the first cohort, but I was too scared to resign from my corporate job, so I didn't do it. But a year later I got a second possibility, and they also told me that it would be the last opportunity. So then I got too scared to not take that chance. And I'm very happy that I did that.
Yes, I think it's always very challenging to take that leap of faith, and once you take that and look down 3 years down the line, you say, oh, thank God I did that.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sure there are a lot of challenges as a co-founder, but at the same time I would love to know, have you already raised funding for Shapemaker so far?
Yes, we have raised 3 rounds of capital. In total, we have raised about 4 million euros. The last round was last summer, when we raised about 2.5 million from Telenor, a major telecom company in the Nordics, but also in Asia.
Okay, and were there more investors?
We had some follow-up investors from the previous rounds, but it was Telenor that took the major part of that round.
Great. And are you looking to raise more rounds?
We will probably raise another round, so we are currently looking into what we are raising money for, because we have identified that there are other sectors where our technology can also be applied. So we will probably start raising later this year.
Great. So tell me more about Shapemaker. Many of the functions served by Shapemaker are actually undertaken by software, but the result become a part of a human environment. How do you ensure aesthetically as well as technically good designs?
So the technical part of our designs we are very proud of. We are structural engineers and we use the latest technologies to assure that our towers or infrastructures are the lightest possible, but those, of course, also according to build standards and other safety factors. When it comes to the aesthetical part of the design, it's more up to our customers to assure that, but we are happy to accommodate calculations and analysis for any kind of infrastructure.
That's great. And Shapemaker design process includes many factors, right? So how can you design for more unusual locations and users that might have additional stresses?
So we gather wind, weather, and site-specific data from over the world. So for us, it's not different to build a tower in an unusual or a more urban area.
Okay, great. And increasingly, we experience extreme weather events that provide engineering challenges. How does Shapemaker platform allow these future-proof in its structures?
Extreme weather is actually a perfect use case for Shapemaker because we are able to simulate the impact of any kind of weather on the existing portfolio of our customers. So basically, when you have all your infrastructure data in Shapemaker, we can simulate what the impact on those towers or your infrastructure would be with different kind of extreme weather.
So you are thinking to get into telecommunications, or you're already working on it, right?
Yes, we
so
are.
How did that idea come into mind that you have to enter this field?
Yes, so we are already working in the telecom industry, and that's where we have built our first product that we are currently selling to towercos. One of the main reasons is, of course, that my two co-founders have decades of industry experience from that sector globally. And we already had a very good network. But also we see a global industry trend that more and more telecom companies, they are carving out the passive infrastructure or the towers to separate companies called towercos. And what used to be a sort of a black box in a big mobile network operator or a telecom company is now becoming a company on its own, looking to earn money from rollout, upgrades or co-locations. And they are also getting new investors, private equity funds, etc. On the cap table. And we see that structural engineering is part of all of their core business processes.
Got it. And how much do you see the transformation in Shapemaker is designing in the next 10, 20 years?
Our mission is to reinvent civil engineering for a sustainable future. So we will support design and analysis of any infrastructure supporting a sustainable future. Currently it's within telecom, but we have already identified that our technology can be used for other infrastructures, such as power transmission lines, solar panels, wind, offshore and onshore, etc.
Got it. So of course it will reduce the load of engineering, but at the same time, what will be the transformation that would be seen in the real world or real people? How will it change their lives?
Yes, so infrastructure is important in any society. And we believe that Shapemaker will significantly support faster and better rollout of infrastructure, promoting a more sustainable world. So right now it's, for example, better and cheaper coverage.
Got it. And what are your goals for 2024 and beyond?
2024 we will continue to scale on our telecom product, but we will most probably also go into new sectors.
And what is that?
We are currently working on that strategy, but as I mentioned, power transmission lines, it's from a structural perspective, very similar to telecom towers, and it's an industry that needs a major upgrade.
Perfect. I would like to add some more human element to this interview, so I would like to ask about the early challenges that you faced as a female founder in the telecommunication industry. What were they, and what is your advice for the female founders or the entrepreneurs or the executives who are planning to foray in this?
Yes, so I very frequently get that question, and to be very honest, I can't say that I have felt any female-specific challenges, but I'm not sure how good of a representative I am either, because I have two male co-founders. I was the only female in the company until we were 14 employees. We are in a very male-dominated industry. It's structural engineering and telecom. So I'm not sure that I'm a very good representative either.
But when you are one of the three founders and one of you is female, then of course you are breaking the biases over here. So I'm sure that
I'm happy to hear that.
No worries. Lovely, Ingrid. It was lovely talking to you. And thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone, to listening to us for this episode. This is Akansha signing off, and we will bring you more founders with their interesting perspective on the tech. Thank you.